Okay, we're here with Dorian from New Zealand. You guys are tackling decentralized communications. You're already onto that amazing disruptive idea before blockchain, but now you're implementing blockchain?
Yeah, absolutely. We've been in the decentralized communication game since before blockchain was a hype word. It was all focused around providing communication to users without storing your data in the cloud. We achieved that through peer-to-peer and end-to-end encryption. We've got an app in market at the moment, global community of professional users primarily. What we're doing now is integrating blockchain components, IPFS, blockchain, to completely decentralize the product and release our first fully fledged dApp next month.
And how do you keep scalability and, say, speed for the communications?
It's a question that comes up quite often actually. It's like, hey, communication, blockchain, transaction speeds, does that really make sense? So what we're doing is we're working with a company called Plug. They're a collaboration between the UK and New Zealand that are developing a really dynamic blockchain which is interoperable with multiple blockchains. But also what we're doing is we're integrating blockchain components in the right way. So we're still leveraging peer-to-peer technologies in terms of the direct communications. We're using blockchain where it makes sense for things like signaling, connecting the dots, but not taking loads and dealing with things like storage.
Cool, and I believe you guys actually have a working product with 20,000 users, and then the dApp has been released soon, which will be a new release as well, right?
Yeah, so we're mapping out for that release next month, end of next month, optimistically. We should have that out of market. Our existing application in the market is what you'd call a hybrid decentralized product. It's got a lot of adoption, still one of the most secure communication forms out there at the moment. And we're really amping up for the full dApp release next month.
Telegram still uses, obviously, the cloud with end-to-end encryption, is that right?
Yeah, so they talk the good game. I think their head's in the right place, which is why a lot of people got on board with them. End of the day, they're still centralized. So they still store your communications data. What we're about is not storing it. We've got the capabilities now with the technologies that exist to enable communication directly between users without storing that communication, acting as a middleman with a recording device. And that's what we're all about. We were founded on the vision of enabling humans to interact as close as they can offline. We can have a conversation right now, there's not a guy there with a recording device, and we think that's how it should be online. You should be able to have a private, confidential conversation. There's obviously cases where you want to use that, and there's other cases where it's not as necessary. I think the cloud's an amazing technology. It serves a lot of purposes, but you should have the choice. We're really seeing us as part of the dApp economy. We've actually partnered with a few key players down under. One key company is Centrality. Their vision is building out a collaborative ecosystem of decentralized applications that really want to bring the future of decentralized to life. We're really excited to partner with them and work with a few other companies in their ecosystem to bring these components together, because the one thing we really realize is, one company is not just going to come out and change the world at the moment. You need to bring in multiple amazing technologies and companies to bring real applications out that are usable alternatives for users. You can't expect users to migrate from existing applications if they have to make sacrifices or compromises. You got to come out with a product that is the same, if not a better user experience, plus the tech's kick-ass.
And what's your role?
So I'm the business director at Sylo.
And have you got a tech background as well? Or?
No, not really. Everything's been learnt on the job. I did a bit of digital consulting back in the day. Sort of fell into this through a couple of contacts I had. And we were really just founded on the vision that people should be able to communicate with it all being logged, flogged and exploited. I think we've got amazing capabilities now. It's now about realizing that it's humans behind that screen, and what do humans need, and should we be exploiting all this stuff? There's certain cases where it works, there's certain cases where it doesn't, and as I say, it's about creating the right way that these things should be done, and creating the right future. In 5-10 years time, do we want to look back and kind of see this model that's currently being developed in market to its dystopian nth degree, or do we want to still be able to have those capabilities, but in the right way, realizing it's humans using these technologies.
And what's the roadmap look like? Where are you guys at?
So we've got a current application in the market. We're building out our fully fledged decentralized dApp, which will be released next month, which we're really excited about. That's going to be version 1. It incorporates a couple of what we call connected applications, which is an identity provider, using Plug Blockchain and a couple of others that we've recently partnered with to kind of bring it to market with a suite of functionality that's going to be usable from day one. And then the next 6, 12, 18 months is very much focused on us building out the ecosystem. So we're incorporating a range of features such as direct communication, crypto wallets, marketplaces of, we've got a sticker marketplace which is interestingly being quite popular, particularly in Japan, which is based around rare stickers and assets that users can create and trade. But what we're really looking to do is bring in as many external projects to be part of the ecosystem to collaborate and build out an experience that's really adequate for the users to start moving away from some of these feature-rich platforms.
Will you guys have a specific token for Sylo?
Yeah, so we'll be issuing Sylos. We're at the stage we're at right now is we closed our pre-sale a few months ago. We'll be launching our main sale within the next couple of months. So yeah, keep an eye out for it. It should be a good one.
And how can people find you guys and follow you guys?
Just throw this in Google, Sylo. Our website's sylo.io. Yeah, check us out. We've got everything available on the project, a good amount of content going around. We've just released a brand new white paper. Very open to communication. I mean, if you're a project that's working in this space, you know, we're all about creating communication tools. So Sylo Protocol, which is our end goal, is all about providing decentralized communication plug and play. You know, we want to enable other dApps to add communication to their products. So if you're building an application out there, you want communication in there, come have a chat to us, because we're about providing that toolkit to add that without having to build it from the ground up yourself.
And all the devs in the whole team is in New Zealand?
We've got a dispersed team of advisors, but the core development team is based in Auckland, New Zealand. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Dorian, so good to talk to you. Exciting project. I hope, so when the dApp's released, that'll be like a mobile?
Yeah, so we'll be releasing on all major platforms, so Android, iOS first off the ranks, and then we'll go from there.
Awesome, we'll look out for it. Great to talk to you, thanks a lot.